وَلَا تَتَّبِعِ الْهَوَى فَيُضِلُّكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. And follow not your desire, for it will mislead you from the path of Allah. This is something that is great, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He loves you. As a result of that, what happens? Shaykh Abdul Muhsin Abbad, he says, you don't end up hearing except that which is haqq. You don't end up seeing except that which is haqq. You don't end up attaining anything, not walking to anything, not grabbing anything, except what is haqq and what is true. And Allah Jalla wa Ala, what does He do? He honors you in being a person whose dua is answered. He honors you in being a person who seeks refuge and then Allah grants it to him. You hear about this, don't you? From the Salaf and the righteous people. Righteous people who make a dua to Allah and the dua is answered. And likewise you hear about from the Salaf and the righteous, people who have been in dangerous situations. Perhaps a beast has come in front of them, and they make isti'adha with Allah. They ask Allah to protect them, and what happens? Khalas, Allah Jalla wa Ala ends up protecting them. How do they get this? Because Allah Jalla wa Ala, He has loved them. He has ended up loving them. They've ended up becoming from the close awliya of Allah, the close allies of Allah. And when you become so close to Allah Jalla wa Az, Allah Jalla wa Ala ends up loving you. And when Allah Jalla wa Ala ends up loving you, then you've achieved everything. The greatest status that you can achieve in this life, the highest level of excellence that you can reach in this life, the most noble station that you can ever occupy in this life is the status of being loved, the station of being someone that is loved, not by creation, not the love that you receive from creation, not the love that you get from a man or a woman, but rather love that you get and love that you receive from your generous and mighty Lord, the Most High Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. That is the greatest achievement in life, to become beloved to Him who la ilaha illahu, to become beloved to Him besides whom there is no true and rightful God, beloved to Al-Malik Al-Quddus Al-Salam Al-Mu'min, beloved to Al-Muhaymin Al-Aziz Al-Jabbar Al-Mutakabbir, beloved to Al-Khaliq Al-Bari Al-Musawwir Alladhi lahu Al-Asma'u Al-Husna, beloved to Him who has the most beautiful of names, beloved to Him who has the most perfect of attributes. Allah Jalla wa Az, Him loving you, that is in fact the essence of your deen. Allah loving you, that is the nourishment of your soul. Allah loving you, my brother and sister, may Allah make you from those that are beloved to Him. That's the core of your happiness. Being loved by Allah, that's the real life. Being loved by Allah, that's the true life. And so if there is a man that is deprived of this love, then he in reality is nothing other than a dead man. Being loved by Allah, it is nur, it's true light. And so the one that is deprived of this light, he is drowning in the seas of darkness and misery. The one who is deprived of the delight of Allah loving him, then his heart, it will transform into something. What will it transform into? If Allah does not love me, if Allah doesn't love you, may Allah protect us from being those people who aren't loved by Him. If Allah doesn't love us, then my heart and your heart, it will transform into a habitat of illnesses and a prison of grief and sorrow. Love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the foundation of happiness and the path to success. The foundation of happiness is not And the path to success is not having good health. That is goodness, it's a blessing. But that's not the foundation. The foundation of happiness and the path to success isn't that you are always healthy and of perfect body, never attacked by any illness. Look at people now, how they're so scared because of this COVID-19 and this coronavirus and this pandemic and this hysteria. Look at how scared they are. Not happy, not at peace, no success to them. Because they think that success is being healthy. Yes, that's a portion of goodness in life and portion of ease in life. It's not the foundation, however. The foundation is not in not being diagnosed with COVID-19. The foundation of happiness is not in having a stable business that isn't affected by lockdown. That's not the foundation of happiness and success. The foundation and the path to success is just being loved by Allah. If you're loved by Allah, you've got everything. Think about how honored a person feels when someone mentions you. Someone that is important mentions you, Ya Abdullah. Mentions you, Ya Amatallah. Imagine a king or a great man of knowledge, a man of respect, someone that holds a lot of status in society. Imagine him mentioning you. You're going to feel honored, aren't you? And if he declares you as a companion, you're going to feel privileged. And if he ends up announcing and declaring his love of you, you're going to become overwhelmed. It's going to be too much for you, isn't it? How about then, if the one who declares his love for you is the one in whose hand is this whole universe? Nothing more greater than being loved by Allah. Foundation of happiness in life. Inna sha'an laysa an tuhib wa innama sha'an an tuhab. The thing that carries weight, the thing that carries significance is not that you love. No, that goes without saying. You loving Allah, that goes without saying. But the thing that carries significance, the thing that carries value, true value, the thing that carries weight and significance is that Allah loves you. If it didn't carry any significance, then why did our Prophet say, Allahumma inni as'aluka hubbak? Oh Allah, I ask you of your love. Prophet Muhammad said that, alayhi salatu wassalam. Oh Allah, I ask you of your love. I want you to love me. Oh Allah, love me. Prophet Muhammad would ask this. Why? Because he knows that love of Allah is something that is really significant, really, really high, something that is meant to be of a matter of concern. And if you realize that being loved by Allah is not something that is cheap, but something that is dear. If you realize that being loved by Allah is not something valueless, but something valuable. If you realize that, then like any other thing that is valuable and dear, you have to work for it. You have to earn it. It is not something that is going to be served on a plate for me, on a plate for you, without any effort from me, without any determination from you. No. You have to have effort. You have to have determination. You have to work for it. And if a person truly desires to become beloved to Allah, Allah loving you, then he's going to do what? He's going to search for those paths. He's going to search for those ways and those avenues that will lead him to getting this love of Allah. Because Allah Jalla wa Ala, He has actually placed ways and means and methods and mechanisms that cause the heart to return to its state of purity, to return to its state of beauty, to return to its state of light, and thus attain the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.